Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? It's your boy, Thegamesmen here, host of Pokemart TCG, back in the house for another awesome video. What's going on, my dudes, my guys, and my girls? What is popping on this? Well, we're on this Thursday morning, guys, and yeah, back at it for another awesome video, guys. Gonna have a little chat today on, I did many episodes, well, I'm not going to say many episodes. We talked about the state of Pokemon, you know, a lot of, you know, about the scalping and everything that was going on in 2021. And now coming out of this pandemic that we're in, with the masks being, you know, being able to be removed, and you're able to go freely about into restaurants and into the environment without wearing a mask or fear of, you know, catching any virus anymore. If you're fully vaccinated and so, bloody, bloody, bloody. But things are changing, and I see some people are fearful. And, you know, we talked about this. I told you guys it was coming long before anybody even said nothing about a crash. I was already talking about it here on the channel. I was already telling you guys about the state of Pokemon. If we weren't careful, there was going to be a market crash, and many people put in different kinds of terminology of dipping and all kinds of other, whatever, however you want to refer it to. The market has crashed, guys. Like I said, you know, it doesn't take Einstein to go behind the scenes and look at the whole market, because I was part of a video game crash. I was part of a sports card crash. I saw it. I saw the red light, guys, and well, now we're in a full green light, and the times are that the market has crashed, guys. The Pokemon market has crashed. I mean, you just look around, you know, scalpers are leaving, people are leaving Pokemon, people are fearing, selling, dumping product off because they're scared of the whole collapse of the market, and, you know, it's going to take some adjusting for many people to get through, because we lost a lot of people that left out. Because if it wasn't true what I'm saying, then we wouldn't see the product on the shelves. I mean, literally you would see Pokemon product literally still being cleared off the shelves. It's still being cleared. It's still being sold out, because what I saw all throughout last week when I was out doing my hunting at Walmart's, Barnes and Noble's. If you go check out Instagram, you see photos of me posting up stuff, showing you guys what I'm finding. And this is days in, days out of hunting around. I'm finding Pokemon still in Walmart's, still behind the counters, still on store shelves, and it's literally taking days for the product to be scalpered up, you know, by us as the regular collectors of Pokemon. And a lot of people are happy. I'm happy myself about able to go into Walmart's, Barnes and Nobles, going into Family Dollars, and finding product that we didn't find during the course of the pandemic and the shortages that we were going through with Pokemon, and the scalping of everybody was talking about what other people were doing with the product, which I'm really not concerned about what somebody else is doing. Whatever they do, it's their money. You can make money off it. Obviously, you know, you can make money off Pokemon, so people are doing it. You know, the stimmy checks was helping us, you know, helping us along with people having extra money to buy. And, you know, now we have the full green light of the market. Just the people saying restructuring or whatever. The market's crashing, guys. Typically, the market is crashed. I mean, it's just like stock market. Prices have come down. Singles, box prices, all come down. It's all coming down. People left the market. It's all true. People can rephrase it as however they want to see it. The market's crashed, guys. The market is crashed, and it's a full green light, which I have told you guys about. I mean, that ultimately this was going to happen. All right. What's going on, Banner Productions? All right. Yeah, so the market has crashed, guys, and yeah, we need to just address some stuff, because it may be alarming. Some of you guys are concerned, the state of Pokemon, and you know, there's good, there's bad, and ultimately we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. We're ultimately right on the tip, guys. We haven't seen anything yet. You have not seen anything yet. Further declines, guys, in this market, further declines are yet to come, guys. And you hear it here first, as people saying it's the dip or the crash. We're just on the tip of the iceberg, and we're going to just talk about this, guys, and talk about some stuff that you should be doing. I always told you guys, be wise in your decisions on what you're buying in Pokemon and in general. I told you guys, be very careful. I said it on many of my videos throughout the pandemic, to be very careful in what you're putting your money in. I told you that this crash was coming. And, you know, some people are running scared, like Chicken Little, like the sky is falling. Ultimately, the sky is falling on Pokemon. It is. And it's falling on WotC. It's falling on Modern specifically. And some cards, on both ends, both sides of the fence, on WotC era cards, some cards are holding their own. Same thing in Modern, certain cards are holding their own. While other cards, Battle Styles, woo! Battle Styles is just going, and you know, from what I gather, you know, being in the market, guys, you know, there are some cars, you know, that you stay away from because of, you know, the history of the car, the company itself, you know, always having to, you know, when you check out, when you go to a dealership, you kind of do your research on the car to see what Consumer Report says about the car, and if anybody was having any issues with the car prior to that, and the history of that car, or Kia, or whatever. Same thing in Pokemon, you do your research, and from what I gather, from time to time, guys, Pokemon will do some sets that will just be the little baby chicken of the bunch, the runt of the group. And Battle Styles is that runt. Alright, it is the runt of the pack. And Pokemon does it every time from time that they will have a runt in the litter. And this is the runt of the litter that they selected to be printed to oblivion. And ultimately, it's paying the price, guys. You're able to go to the stores. You're able to go to the LGS stores and get Battle Styles for hopefully about $100 now. So, booster boxes on Battle Styles have plummeted. I don't advise you guys to go and spend $120 on these booster boxes. Don't you know, go running out to Facebook Marketplace or going on eBay and paying overpriced. I always told you guys, try to stay as close to market price, MSR, as you can. Some sets you may want to go and splurge a little bit, but the markets have come down on a lot of stuff, and you know, it's investing time for some of us. It's, you know, some of us are, you know, dumping off stuff while others are picking up products. And yes, it's both that a selling time, it's an investing time, and it's actually, you know, a time to do some pickups, you know, and further declines in products, and greater times for picking up are just down the road, because we're right on the tip of the iceberg on this one with the market collapsing on Pokemon. How long it's going to last, guys, I don't know. You know, but we're just experiencing just the tip of what is yet to come. So if you're looking for certain cards, well, you can get now and be able to buy some cards that are taking price, dipping, are just collapsing on the total. Some cards, especially like Battle Styles, if you have to get Battle Styles, I mean, and now's a better time than any. It's still open game on that because the cards are just plummeting on Battle Styles. So yeah, you can go out and get Battle Styles. I really didn't get heavy into that set. Like some people were just investing heavy in it, buying and paying, what it was at $180 or something a box. Well, like my LGS store, Kirkland's was selling the boxes for like crazy. Well, they're going to have a tough time. They have to come down to, you know, the actual norm of what they should be selling the boxes in the first place without overcharging their customers on that box, trying to make extra profits already on a profit that they're going to make from buying the box in the first place. But, yeah. All right, so guys, what cards should you guys be buying, or what cards are you going to be buying? Look for further declines. Yeah, it's just crazy right now. I'm seeing tons of product on the shelf. I just hit a Walmart this morning, and I got product, guys. I mean, I got product right when I was looking for my phone. I didn't have my phone on me because I could have showed you a picture with me right next to the vendor stocking the store, stocking the checkout lane, and I was just I went, I got some stuff. And go check out Instagram. You can see what I picked up. I always post to Instagram. I will have the same pickup video coming at you guys for the weekend. That's normally when I save my pickups, just for the weekend. So I will be sharing that with you. But I got in right on a restock, right into Walmart, and I seen the vendor for myself, so I know what this vendor looks like. And he was stocking the shelf. It wasn't at the self. So what I gather, it's going to be at self-checkout. Some stuff's going to be over there. But he was stocking up Shiny Fates ETBs. He had some Topps regular baseball booster packs was out there. I saw some Vivid Voltage. There was about 9 or 10 packs. I picked those up. I scooped those Vivid Voltage up. That was only a select few that was there. And then he had some Battle Styles. There was about maybe 9 or 10 packs of Battle Styles. It wasn't like a big restock on Battle Styles or Vivid Voltage, but I picked up that. But I am seeing there was some Cramorant, Eldegross, and Bolton, Shiny Fates tins. Those were there. I left the tins. Didn't see any Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, or any of the premium collection boxes on Shiny Fates. He was still stocking, so I had left and came back, and that's when I found some other stuff that I picked up. If you want to see what I picked up, go check out down in the check my Instagram out. No, I'm not opening any packs, man. Yeah, I'm your little so-called investor and collector of Pokemon. I hoard up a ton of sealed product. If you guys know me, well, you've seen when I did $5,000 unboxings and stuff like that. Go check out those videos. Just got a lot of. I'm sitting on a lot of sealed, so I'm your sealed collector, investor for long term. I'm not on this short term hype like some people are on it, and they go on it just so they can make a few bucks down the road. 3 years later, I'm going to sell off all of this, and yeah, you made money. That's all well and good. I'm a long term kind of investor for this stuff. I'm not going on a short term win. I'm in it for the long haul of it, so not really cracking a whole bunch of stuff open just to be opening, because I already have a lot of product unboxed already, a lot of single products, and some product I will be offsetting down the road on Pokemart TCG breaks. So if you're part of that break group, then great for you, because you'll be able to buy booster packs from me and custom repacks that I'm also working on for the community on that end. Definitely, you want to be a part of that if you want to get some sealed product, because I will be offering that later on down the road as part of breaks. So if you're all good with breaks, you want to get some Sun and Moon booster packs that you may not acquire before. You want to have some opened up for sure. I will be doing breaks, so that's going to be a big part of this channel foregoing. So if you want to get some sealed product opened up and see what other people are pulling from booster packs that I actually are going to be reselling on Pokemart TCG breaks, definitely want to go and definitely subscribe up to the channel. Go see Ben F Productions, because Ben F Productions is doing a good job promoting people over there. We got some new members over there on the community. Community's 21 people deep with 6 moderators, and it's growing. So the community over there for the breaks is growing. I'm getting people that hopefully will be buying into the breaks that I have set up for you guys on the Sundays and Mondays when we get into that break with that schedule that I'll announce with the times and everything. So it's going to be awesome, guys. But the whole state of Pokemon, guys, the market has come down, and I'm going to just tell you guys straight out, don't run, don't go sell off all your collection. Just be very, very wise on what you're buying. It's a terrific time, and let me just backtrack it a little bit. We've been through a lot in Pokemon. And no matter what Pokemon has faced, reality is that it always recovers. It's that collectible that always bounces back. So no matter what the state of Pokemon is, the state of hobby is safe. We've been through ups and downs with the pandemic. Prices have gone up, prices have gone down, even with WotC. And it always seemed to recover. Yeah, we're going to lose collectors and we're going to gain collectors. We're going to have people that are going to influence the market, people that are going to try to destroy the market. But still, what happens? The market always recovers. There's always a time to invest. There's always something new to invest in because Pokemon is always reinventing itself. It's coming up with new ideas, new ways to play the game, new cards that are always changing the game, which is always good for players that are, you know, I wish they did something else other than having these regular GXs or these EXs. Now we have Single Strike, Rapid Strike, and all kinds of other sets that are bound to come up within the Pokemon itself with all different types of game-changing concepts that they're coming up with. Don't run, don't hide, don't sell off your collection and run scared. Don't be a little Timmy and I'm going to sell my collection, I'm getting out of Pokemon, I'm done with Modern, I'm done with WotC, I just don't want to deal with it because the cards are crashing, the cards are worthless. I didn't get into Pokemon because it was money, it was a money hunger. I got in it because I love the art of the cards. And I love the cards as a collector. And, you know, yeah, they have value. A lot of things do have value. But don't get out of the market and say you're going to sell off all your stuff because the cards are not worth anything. Think back on why you got into the market in the first place. What got you into Pokemon in the first place? Was it the art? Was it the cards? Was it the game itself? Maybe you were playing in tournaments. Think about it. You know? Think about it before you make that surge that I'm just going to sell off my collection. I'm going to get out of Pokemon because Modern is dead. WotC is dead. The cards are worthless. Pokemon's printing everything to hell. I don't care anymore. I'm just getting out. I'm done with Pokemon. Before you do that, just think about why you got into the market. There are things that got every one of us into this market, why we got into it. Mine happens to be that I was in an estate sale, buying video games. I knew of Pokemon, and I was offered a huge collection of Pokemon in a box. It was like a little ice box, blue box, over 5,000 cards, and there was a binder part of that. There were some great cards that I still have even to this day. A whole bunch of e-reader cards, some holos like a Moltres holo from Sky Ridge. There are a couple other cards that I got that are holo, a whole bunch of e-reader cards. But I gave away a lot of like Fossil Jungle cards back in my early years of YouTube 4 years ago. Gave away a lot of those Jungle Fossil cards. Team Rocket cards. I gave away 95% of that binder and cards that I did have, and little mini games that I played back on this channel in my early years of doing YouTube, and actually learned a whole bunch about Pokemon, which I didn't know too much about when I entered into the market, when I bought that collection for $20 that got me into Pokemon. So, you know, different characteristics and different things draw us into a hobby, and, you know, I'm not going anywhere. And, you know, I love the cards. I love the collectability. Yes, there's value to the cards, but that's not why I got into it. I got into it because I had got to know people, a lot of veteran subscribers that through the games have taught me, even though I don't play the game itself, I collect the cards. Not only do I collect cards, yes, I sell cards back. You know, through Mercari, through eBay, through Facebook Marketplace. I do a lot of trading with cards that I'm really not attached to. Some cards I am really attached to that it's going to be hard to get out of my collection. Other cards I really am not attached to, so I started trading, and only to trade to get other cards or to get video games like what's in here. So, you know, that's all part, that end of it is long before I came to YouTube. I was a big video gamer, retro still. From 1995 to this current, that is my biggest asset, is the video games. And now I'm doing Pokemon, which I'm trading Pokemon cards, and I'm trading video games, consoles, systems, for cards, for games, or for sports cards, depending on what it is, whether it's a sealed product, which I prefer to do, because I'm not really into sports cards like that. But, you know, I'm into different side market things that, you know, it came way before the channel, that now is a part of the channel, because these are things that I, you know, told you guys about, showed you guys about, the side hustles that I've been doing since 1995 that I'm still doing to this day. I haven't left the video game market. I haven't left eBay. You know, I haven't left the resale market. I am more engaged on that market, or that side, because it's something that I'm really considering doing full time now. Talking about leaving a full-time job and doing my side hustles full-time. So I'm watching and engaging myself with a lot of YouTubers that are actually reselling video games, reselling Walmart clearance and stuff, and I'm having a time of my life doing it. And it, you know, that kind of stuff came long before I started doing YouTube, that now I'm sharing that knowledge, that expertise, that field that I have got engaged with you guys that are on the market. I show you the pickups. So, you know, being that I'm engaged in that kind of field, you know, I love what I'm doing. I have fun in the hunts. And, you know, the Pokemon stuff, you know, just, you know, knowing that I've been through you know, I've been through the pitfalls, I've been through the hurdles of the video games crashing, of the sports car crashing, and now we have Pokemon crashing. And yeah, I didn't run, I didn't go hide, I sold some stuff. Yeah, I mean, but that's part of what you do when you have these side hustles. You sell some stuff, and even as a collector, you sell some stuff only to invest in some other product. And that's what I've been doing. I've been selling off stuff. Some stuff, not everything. I've sold off some stuff that I'm not attached to, that I offer to you guys to trade with, and those of you who trade with, thank you. You know, but you know, I'm not running from the hobby. I'm not running scared. I'm not running like Chicken Little. The sky is falling. Pokemon is very much safe, guys. I mean, but you just got to be open-minded and very wise on what you're investing, especially in this long-term haul, because, you know, some of you guys can be investing in the wrong stuff, and, you know, down the road, I mean, anything modern, I mean, it's going to take you 10 to 20 years to really see what this stuff is like, the real value. If you're looking at that end of the modern, that you're getting into Pokemon just to invest and make money off, you can make money off Pokemon just selling it on eBay. If you want to just buy boxes and sell packs, I mean, yeah, you can make money. You want to do breaks, you can make money. I'm not telling you you can't, because you can. There are many people already doing that, and that's why I'm doing breaks, because I want to offer stuff that I have, you know, to you guys, as well as video game stuff. You know, you have to eternal plan when you get into this stuff. To, you know, yeah, you got to come up with a plan on what you're going to be going about doing, and you know, have fun with it. The only why I got into Pokemon is fun, and you know, it's engaging because many people are doing it, and I enjoy it, and that's what I say. You got to decide on what got you into Pokemon, you know, and why you're collecting, and what you're going to invest to. If you're investing in long term, maybe to buy a house, there's absolutely nothing wrong with buying Pokemon cards for investment. It's nothing wrong with it at all. It's your money. People do it all the time with different things. People buy collections, people buy different collectibles, and they sell off a bigger portion of their collectibles because they, you know, they're now see it, you know, it has a substantial value that they're not attached to it like they were. So, you know, and then, you know, their family may grow. They may outgrow a house or outgrow something that they're in already, and they have to move on to get something bigger. So, there's absolutely nothing wrong with selling off your stuff or a portion of your collection to buy a house or get a car that you had your eye on, that you don't have that capital just to go out, but you have a lot of money tied up in collectibles that you can say, well, I can offload still a bunch of this to get that acquired card, the card that I want, or car that I want, or even to buy a house. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with investing in Pokemon, but you got to do it do it at the right time, the right point, buy at the right price, and really know what you're going to be investing in. I mean, you look at people who buy into the stock market. These guys are knowledgeable, and that's what I bring to the market is, guys, you got to be knowledgeable on what is going on with the market. When's a good buy price, buy time to buy Pokemon? What should you buy, and what is going to hold for long term? So I do have some long term products that I think are going to do really good in the future. And I'm not talking about, if you guys are going to get into what I'm about to tell you, to get in and buy right now and say, I'm going to hold this for 3 years, and then if I can get $30 off this pack, I'm flipping it and selling it. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. If it goes up to that, being from $4 pack to a $30 pack, and you want to flip off some of it, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And because I have done some of that myself, that had gone up enough that I said, well, I'll flip off some of that because it's great, and I can recoup some monies that I spent on the product where it actually pays for the product. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's a smart thing, but don't sell off your entire collection. I mean, sell off a portion, but make sure you got a bulk of it for the long haul, because some stuff, 10, 15, 20 years on modern, is gonna go up. I mean, modern stuff is for long term. It's never on a short term gain, but some of these products could go up in a short term, and you're gonna think about, say, oh, you know what? I got X amount of packs, let me sell them. I got X amount of booster boxes, I got X amount of ETBs, let me offload some of this, which can cover the cost on some of the other sets or give you the capital to invest in some other stuff for long term. Absolutely, that is all well and good if that's what you intend to do, or that's what you're doing, so you can, don't tie up a whole bunch of, well, you're going to have money tied up anyway, but so you can get some of that money now and invest in some of the stuff for a longer term, with new products that are coming out, because you don't have the actual, maybe you may not have the capital to buy it, so you got a lot of product that you want to just offload some of it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so I have some booster products that there's a list that I think are going to go good in the long term. But like I said, there's other people that are more expert than I am. But I have some sets here that I think are going to do really good in long term. We're going to wait and see what happens with this stuff. Down the road, who knows? Who knows? But just know that Pokemon is reprinting stuff. As far as like a reprint, I think for Sun and Moon, I don't, I've watched Cardinal Gaming and a couple other people, Danny Phantom, talking about the Sun and Moon ETBs that are going to be coming back into the market. I'm hearing it's coming from Europe. I think we are safe, guys, on that this Sun and Moon stuff that's coming out, the ETBs that are going to be made available for us. Somebody posted up on YouTube that it was up on a website, I think on Walmart or something, that they had them and they actually took them down. Somebody made a mistake and showed them up there. But they're going to be coming out, as well as Evolutions. ETBs also coming out. I think that's what happened to ETBs for Evolutions, was coming out for $4.99. That's what happened. The ETBs for Evolutions are going to be coming out. Booster boxes for Evolution, sorry. Booster boxes for Evolution is going to be coming out for $4.99. But the Sun and Moon base set ETBs are something that is coming, and it's coming over from Europe. So I don't think that we are going to be getting a reprint of Sun and Moon ETBs. This is product that may not have sold over there, and do know that certain products sell more in certain areas, and then in some areas, depending on what their markets are doing, everybody's state, country, market is different, guys. Market affects states, countries differently than what's happening here in U.S. And if you're engaging yourself in the others or know people in other countries, and maybe you were trying to get a hold of somebody in overseas that can get Pokemon cards, and they say, oh, we got an abundance of stuff over here, and then we had a drought over here. You can see how it affects the market. Like over here, U.S. people were having trouble finding, but yet it was abundance in France or something. Somebody shot up a photo of a whole restock, and it was tons of all kinds of products on the shelf. And this was during scalper season. Nobody was buying all that stuff. It was just sitting there, marked up a little bit. It wasn't really high up on over the MSR. It's still very reasonable to pick up, and it was tons of that product. So markets affect every country differently depending on what the state of the country is going on. I mean, if people lost a lot of jobs in that country, yeah, they won't be buying Pokemon cards or buying collectibles, guys. Of course, stuff will be stayed on the market, will be in the stores, because there could be a lot of jobs. And like to say, the pandemic had hit different countries and different towns, and everything affected them differently than other parts of the country. So, people don't have that extra money like we had all the stimulus going on over here, where other countries didn't get stimulus. So people were out of work, whatever was going on. That money wasn't being pumped into Pokemon, so yeah, the product was sitting on the shelf. That could very well be happening like that. That's why the product didn't sell. And that could be why we're getting product from, for the Sun and Moon, from, another country that it's in English, of course, but we are getting it, and it's not a reprint. It's just, look at Evolutions. We got the ETBs of Evolutions stocked at Walmart. It was Walmart only, where those ETBs of Evolutions XY came into the store, and they were $29.99. It wasn't a reprint. This is just some back stock that the Pokemon Company had. They regurgitated it out into the market, and some of us were able to capitalize on the Charizard, I think in Blastoids ETBs. I didn't find one myself. I haven't found any of those ETBs at Walmart. So I was right there. The tag was $29.99 for. I haven't found them. But those were placed out into the market, and some people were able to find them. I still have not been able to find them. But this is what I think is going on. We're going to get some Sun and Moon ETBs, and we're gonna, you're gonna be able to get those, and that's gonna be, some extra additional ETBs if you didn't get those. Now, before I go into what I think we should be, you guys could be investing for the long term, there are about 8 sets that I've got in mind. Some of you guys won't agree, but you can agree to disagree. Everybody has their opinions. But, I've been in this long enough that I can make judgment calls on what I think is going to be good and what, is going to be bad, and stuff that I may stay away from, or I may buy very little. But just know that no matter what you're buying in Modern, that everything in Modern specifically goes up. And you take the worst set, like maybe Steam Siege, and it's gone up in price, right? So I think SM Pratt done an episode on that anything Pokemon you buy is going to go up. If you hold it long enough, we all know that it's going to go up. So if you want to invest in anything Pokemon, yeah, go ahead and get some Battle Styles. Just know it's going to take a while for Battle Styles to get any kind of sentimental, not sentimental, but any kind of big value, because they're going to print the hell out of that set, and that's the set they picked to just obliterate. So just know that anything Modern is overprinted. Anything that we get is going to be overprinted. It doesn't matter what Pokemon prints, it's going to be enough out there. There's going to be a lot of it. All right, just know that anything that we get is going to be a lot of it. So they're printing more of it than they did any of the other sets prior to what we're getting now. So there's going to be more of it. All right, and as far as reprints, I think a lot of LGS stores talked about reprints, and Pokemon itself talked about reprinting. And I think some people were running scared when they heard about the Sun and Moon ETBs being reprinted, saying reprinted. It's not actually reprinted. It's actually being just restocked. Just a stocking. Pokemon warehouses somewhere had a bunch of these, and they're just throwing them out into the market where sales might have slumped in other areas where there's an abundance of this stuff that they're just going to pump out over here since we're buying the hell out of Pokemon, right? All of us over here in the U.S. are buying Pokemon. And we got some new people into the game that might have missed some stuff. So it's a chance for them to get some of those ETBs. So I think they'll be accepted into the market. You know, people are going to buy them up. You know, people who are saving ETBs going to buy them. And that's all well and good. So save them, put your ETBs around. If you didn't able to get Sun and Moon base set ETBs, well, you're going to be able to get a chance to get them at MSR. So it's an amazing time to get some stuff. If you just missed, you just entered the market. We got new collectors coming in, so it's a great time for them to, sets they missed to go in and buy. Now, what I don't think that we're going to get, guys, is all these reprints like, the Sun and Moon, like everybody was saying that we might get a reprint of Sun and Moon, of booster packs and stuff like that. I don't think Pokemon is going to go like print up a whole bunch of Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, go back as far as Shining Legends and stuff like that, and print up a bunch of stuff because the prices on certain packs have reached a certain level. We may see some stuff, but I don't think they're going to go back and print up like Shining Legends and throw a bunch of Shining Legend ETBs or booster boxes, or I don't think, well, Shining Legend didn't have booster boxes. I don't think they're going to go and throw that back out. I don't even think they're going to go and throw evolutions out there. But what I thought, which would be a good thing for Pokemon to do, I mean, being that we're in the 25th anniversary, right? Being that we have new people that entered the market, and some of them have stayed, and some of our veterans might have moved on, that we're in the 25th anniversary. So, Pokemon has, I'm quite sure Pokemon's holding back some products somewhere. They do have some warehouses with some stuff in them. I don't think they're emptying out the warehouses on everything they got. And, quite frankly, I think maybe because of the 25th anniversary, we may see some stuff pop back up in the market from time to time, just like we see in the Evolutions ETBs. So if you happen to go into a store, and you see a Team Up Elite Trainer box, or you see an Unbroken Bonds Elite Trainer boxes stocked on the shelf, don't say, oh, wow, it's a reprint. Just think about Evolutions when it came out as a Walmart exclusive ETB. Think about the Sun and Moon ETB that we're getting. That not a reprint, it was a restock. They had some products sitting around, and they're just throwing it into the market. That Pokemon is just releasing that, not printing it, just releasing it, throwing it out onto the market to make room in the warehouse. Just want to move it out. So just think about that as we go forward into the 25th anniversary, that we may see some other stuff outside of Sun and Moon products. We may see some XY stuff still being thrown into the market. Don't take it as, oh, it's being reprinted. Just be surprised, because we're in the 25th anniversary of Pokemon coming up. And they may throw some of this stuff at it to just celebrate that, hey, we got some of this product. We're just going to reignite it back into the market so you guys can absorb it. And, we're going to move on from what we have in the warehouse and make it available because it's the 25th anniversary. So if maybe some surprises that they may surprise us with throwing some of this stuff out there. So just absorb it up. If you're able to find Shiny Legends, Unbroken Bonds, Team Up, Lost Thunder, Celestial Storm, grab it. I mean, these reprints, even if they reprint, guys, just remember that reprints are not very big. I mean, they're not big. They're not big. They're just very minute, and you know, they just reprint it, and it gets, those things don't linger around. You can't go back in a few days and find it on a shelf. It just gets absorbed that quickly into it, and then it's done. So, you know, it's a one and done, boom, and we may get a little more down the road, like we are Shiny Fates. We're finding a lot of Shiny Fates, ETBs coming out. Product is still being printed on Shiny Fates. Hidden Fates, I mean, you know, awesome stuff. But just take it in, guys. I mean, it's you know, it's hard for some of us to look at the market and say the whole market's collapsing, and you think about your collection and say, you know, this stuff was up there like this, and I could have made all that money back then. Think about why you got in a hobby. Did you get in it for the money? Or did you get in it just because you liked the hobby, like the cards? Or did you get in it because you actually played a game? Think about, before you get out, why'd you got in it? What made you get into it before you leave it all together because of the card prices? This hobby has been through so much, but it still bounces back every time. Every time, that's what I see. It just bounces back, guys. It recovers very nicely, and then some cards just go back up. And that's what I think is going to happen. But ultimately, guys, we have so many things that are going to affect the market down the road that you guys got to have your eyes open. There's going to be some great times, some awesome buying times for those of you who got the money that want to splurge it out and buy certain cards. Maybe you had missed a Charizard. Maybe you had missed some old WotC cards. PSA cards are going to be coming out. It's going to be like a buyer's market. I mean, it's going to be going like to a flea market for this stuff. I'm telling you. The prices are going to be really, really good if you're into buying PSA graded cards, because some of these cards that are going to be coming back from Beckett's Black Label, PSA, CGC, some of these are just junk slabs that are just not a non-holo. It's a common card of a Pikachu or something from Evolutions that somebody thought was going to be worth some money. And even being in the slab, it's worth the same money as a raw. There's going to be so many PSA cards and Black Label cards being injected to the market, which ultimately is going to, I tell you, the dip people talk about, the crash, is still on the tip of the iceberg, because we still have all of these cards that are coming back from PSA. And look, we have people that left the market, right? We have people that left the market, and we have Pokemon printing stuff to oblivion. More cards being printed, and who's going to be here to absorb all of that stuff? Who's going to be here to absorb that much product being injected into the market? There's going to be so many choices for you guys to buy. There's going to be awesome buys for booster packs, maybe some older stuff, WotC cards, PSA cards. So guys, the prices are going to get better and better down the road. I don't know when it's going to end on the price dip, crash, whatever you want to refer it to. But there's going to be good times in the Pokemon for people who are looking for certain cards. You're going to be able to get some awesome deals on cards and PSA slabs, guys, if you're into buying PSA, because there's going to be so much stuff that is still locked up in PSA. We haven't even seen half of it yet. And this stuff is still backed up in all CGCs, warehouses, all PSA warehouses, all Beckett's Black. It's stockpiled, guys. They still have millions of cards locked up that they still have to send out to people that have sent them in to get graded. Tons of people send them in, and they're not open for regular people to send in their bulk cards that you would want to get graded. So all of this stuff is going to be coming, guys, and it's going to hit the market like, oh my God, it's going to hit it like a tornado. And some of you guys, it's going to be awesome times for you guys that want to buy cards that you couldn't acquire before, because the market is going to allow you, because of the pricing that is about to come and hit Pokemon like a storm, guys, and you're going to be able to get cards that you weren't able to get before because of the price hike. And it's going to be an awesome time for you guys. Not saying that Pokemon is going to crash, the whole sky is falling. It's just times of what we had going on prior to this is we had big demand. Big demand for all types of sports cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all of that, that now it's a turnaround. It's a complete turnaround where we lost people, and now it's going to have all this product that's just going to have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go, but people are going to be buying. And there's going to be times for you guys to get Charizards. We may see Charizard from Champion's Path already taking the dip below, I think, 300 on the Charizard from Champion's Path. It's below the 300 mark, or 287. The Champion's Path Shiny Zard is about 247, I think, on TCG Player. Just double check that. I think it's right around that range. And, you know, you may be able to get that card for around 200, maybe 180. If the market continues to take that downward spiral on some cards that, you know, are going to be an awesome pickup for someone who was trying to get that card when it was 300. So if you're Charizard hunting like I am, and I'm looking for that Champion's Path Charizard, so definitely one card I am on the lookout. But yeah, looking for that right price, guys. I'm chasing after the right price, and I'm looking for certain cards to add to my collection. And I will be one of those guys out buying Pokemon, guys, as well as still buying steel product. I'm not running away. I'm just going to be wise on what I'm going to be investing. And here are some sets that I think that you guys could take in consideration when you go out investing. So I'm going to take it off of, I'm going to say Evolutions cards, XY Evolutions. The booster boxes have come down below 1,000 on that. I think Evolutions is an amazing set to invest in. The product dispersed was abundance. Pokemon printed a ton of it. And now we don't see booster boxes. We see them up there. But I highly, strongly advise you guys to stay away from that, even that $800 range on, even if it's going for that booster box. I'm not completely sure on where the booster box price on Evolutions is, but I still would stay clear of that because sometime down the road, Evolutions booster boxes are coming out, I believe, at Walmart. They will be made available. I don't know how many are going to be out. You'll be able to get Evolutions booster boxes for $499. So if you're on the hunt to buy some Evolutions booster boxes during the dipping process, you might be wise to wait and see if you can get a hold of some on the Walmart.com website later this year on Evolutions booster boxes, which is a fabulous buy at $500 if you want to go long term with Evolutions. So Evolutions, guys, awesome set. A lot of Charizards in there. A lot of hunt to go into those packs. Extremely hard to pull, but Evolutions is an awesome set to even invest in because it's the thrill of the hunt for the Zards. There are many different Zards. Full Art Zard. You have the EX and the Mega EX. You have Venusaur in there. You have Blastoids in there. The EX cards. You have the almost identical card of the base set and the first edition Charizard Holo, which is also backed up by a reverse holo. Very hard cards to pull. Very hard cards in general to get in a well-centered card, you know, a well-centered Zard. So those cards, I think Evolutions is a very good set for long-term investing because there will be people looking to open that can't afford the original first edition base set boxes of that because of the price and what they are. That Evolutions will be at that price point where they can go in and relive that pack opening and buy some packs or even buy a Zard that's identical to the base set of the Charizard Holo and be able to buy some stuff from Evolutions without really killing the wallet versus buying that very expensive WotC era stuff, you know, of the Evolution of the first edition and base set. All right, Another set that you guys may want to consider looking at before prices even go further is Generations. Is another set. I myself never got a hold of any Generations ETBs, which is going for like really crazy money. But the box looks awesome. I never owned one of those. I never even seen one in the open market. I've seen it on eBay, but never in like a Walmart, Target, or Barnes & Noble or anywhere. I didn't get into Pokemon when that stuff was released. I got injected into the market right around when Burning Shadows and stuff for Crimson Invasion, where that Sun and Moon XY stuff was being printed. That's when I got in 4 years ago into the market. So Generations, I think, is another amazing set to get into. A lot of stuff in that to collect, and I did acquire some booster packs that I opened up, and I don't have any packs to open up here on the channel, but Generations, I think, is another awesome set to invest in if you're going to buy any Generations. The ETBs are just an extraordinary investment piece to hold on to for long term. So definitely, if you can get Generations, ETBs, I would grab 1, 2, wherever you can afford. Grab 1, grab 2, grab 5, buy whatever your wallet can, or whatever you can acquire for the long term. Those I think are going to do very good in the long term. All right. Another set that I want to talk about that I think is going to do very good too is Shining Legends. Shining Legends has the Mewtwo, which is an extraordinary card. It's like a one-of-a-kind card. But we have the shiny cards as well. And then you have a Mewtwo GX card in that set that is awesome. And you have the shiny Mew as well, shiny Rayquaza, and shiny Jirachi and Arceus, and a couple other shiny cards that will help keep that set and long term of the set. I think the packs are running right around anywhere from $30-something for Shining Legends. Very hard product to even find. The Raichu boxes are going like crazy numbers. The ETBs are right on up there. I think around 200, if I'm mistaken, the price. I know it's up there in price for Shining Legends, the ETBs, and that Ho-Ho Premium Collection box is right around, I think, 300, maybe 400 for that Shining Legends Ho-Ho Premium Collection box. That big old red and white Pokeball looking box. I believe that's what the color was. I had 2 of them. I opened them up here years ago on the channel and opened up the packs and got that shiny Ho-Ho ultra rare out and actually gave it away on the channel. I gave away both of them. So I think those are going to do very good down the road. Another set that I think is going to do really good down the road because it has 2 Charizards to chase after, and I'm talking about, even though the pull rates are just horrible, the pull rates on this set rivals those of Burning Shadows, and I'm talking about Champion's Path, guys. Champion's Path is one of those special sets, and I think special sets, guys, that are only available for a limited time, regardless of the reprints that they do on these, they're still going to do extraordinarily well down the road. And I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years down the road when the stuff goes out of rotation and they're far away from being reprinted. That Pokemon is not going to go 15 years back into the past and pull out pull out a little trumpet and say, burr, burr, burr. All right, we're going to print up some more Champion's Path. So I don't think that's going to happen 10, 15 years down the road. They're going to reprint. So I think this set of Champion's Path is going to do extraordinarily well, especially the ETBs. And there was never was a booster box, so you can't get 36 packs out of a booster box because you have to buy all these sets, different box sets and stuff. That even keeping those sealed will probably do good down the road. But that Champion's Path will always have the draw for you to try to pull twice as many Charizards, and that's pulling 2 Charizards. You have the Champion's Path shiny, and you have the Rainbow Rare Charizard. So there will be a chase hunt for Zards, and it looks like things with Zard, people are attached to and want to try to pull, and are always drawn to those kind of sets where you can pull a Charizard. And I think Champion's Path, 10 years, 15 years down the road, is going to be an extraordinary value. If you can pick up some Champion's Path ETBs, I think those are going to be doing really good, as well as box sets. If you keep that stuff sealed, those will be extraordinarily, do very good down the road. So definitely Champion's Path is on my list for investing for long term. So another set that I want to talk to you guys about is Detective Pikachu. Now, Detective Pikachu, the movie, come out, and you know, we bought them. They were all over the place. I remember seeing Detective Pikachu, those little box sets and little binders and stuff that had packs, and then you could find Burning Shadows in there, and then you have your holo packs, your holo cards in those, the promo cards, and of Detective Pikachu. I did see those at Target, and they were $14. I bought some, I think it was clearance, $14.99. It was a big Mewtwo and Charizard box set. I did see those when they were on clearance at Target, and now it's just like, to try to find any of those, it's like you don't see it. I see some people charging on breaks just a Detective Pikachu booster pack, $15 for a Detective Pikachu booster pack. That I don't see them in the wild, guys. I don't see Detective Pikachu box set on the open market. You know, you check eBay and see what they're going for, but I don't see them anymore in the wild. I think these are going to be extraordinary value for investing down the road, and these kind of sets remind me of what I saw. If you look at those, like the old movie cards that have like the Burger King cards that came out on those little like 9-card things. There were movie cards that came out in series 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, and those movie cards that had holos in them, holo foil cards. The Detective Pikachu reminds me of those type of cards, and those type of cards are pretty, they're gone up significantly in value. So I think, you know, over time, being a Detective Pikachu is nowhere to be found in stores. It kind of like dried out. I think those box sets and any sealed Detective Pikachu product regarding having Pokemon booster packs in it are going to do extraordinarily well down the road into the future, because they remind you so much of those movie art cards, booster packs that you can buy in a booster box years ago. So that it reminds me of that. So I think those type cards are going to do really good down the road, and each pack has holos in them. What pack do you know is going to give you all holos? So it's kind of really awesome that you got that, and you got the first Pokemon, the most popular Pokemon that everybody can recite to as Pokemon, as you know, was Pikachu. Pikachu was the first Pokemon and one of, it's like the mascot of Pokemon. So Detective Pikachu, I think these are going to be doing very good. Now another set that I want to touch base with that I think is going to do fabulous down the road. It's going to do extraordinary, and I'm talking about modern Pokemon cards that, for the long haul, guys, it's going to do extraordinary, and we just all have to wait and see where it goes, because reprints have been coming out. But regardless to how many reprints they do, the reprints come and go, and they are snapped up as soon as they hit. And I'm talking about box sets, ETBs of Hidden Fates. And I can't talk enough about Hidden Fates, the best modern set in the history of Pokemon. Pull rates are exceptionally strong in the set. You have very awesome cards. You have the Charizard, Big Charizard GX Shiny, which through this pandemic, through the dip, through the market crash, is still holding its own. Like I said, through the crash, certain cards are staying